Yo, yo, yo. It's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why women will start qualifying themselves to you when you retain instead of the other way around. Instead of you trying to qualify yourself to her. Because the thing is, in today's society, a lot of men think that they're the ones who need to qualify themselves to the woman. And the thing is, if you haven't been putting in the work, then you might have to do this. You think you have to do this, but if you have been putting the work and you are of someone who has some sort of value to offer, then you really don't think it's not in your place to do that. Because the thing is, when you go on semen retention, you're becoming your prime alpha state. You're becoming your prime alpha state. And this is a very big advantage you might have over other people, because like the people who who relapse consistently, they're probably not getting ahead. They're probably gonna stay in the same place. They're probably gonna talk about their shortcomings. They're probably gonna talk about lack and limitation, and they're gonna be a victim. But I mean, if you retain, you realize that you're never the victim. Regardless of what the situation is, you're never the victim. And it's up to you to put in to go hard and put in consistent effort to try to get a better result for yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the only person you really got is yourself. The thing is, like, people think someone's gonna come save them. They think they need a handout. They think they're the victim because there's no jobs, there's no this, there's no that. They think that they have to wait for someone else to offer them an opportunity to try to get something. And the thing is, like, that's not the case, because life works waits for nobody, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of who's been in your present and who's gone. The thing is, nothing really is going to come save you, and you really have to save yourself. So the best thing for us to do is just to put in to put in very hard work, very consistent work. Think about what you're doing and execute consistently over an extended period of time, and somehow, some way, you will get what you want. You'll conquer fate. And the thing is about qualifying, like, if you present yourself in a very good manner, if you have confidence, then you pretty much have your pickings when it comes to attraction. You have your pickings, and you feel like you don't have to qualify as much anymore, because they're gonna start qualifying you. You have to start paying attention to the choosing signals that you get. Because if you get choosing signals, it's easier for the interaction to go somewhere. But like, if the thing is like, if she has a defense, her rejection mechanism is gonna be on guard by default. And I mean, it would be in your best interest to try to talk about something that you both have in common, so you don't look like a threat. Because I mean, there's a lot of threats. There's a lot of threats. There's a lot of people trying to get with her if she is of high quality. So I mean, it would be in your best interest to be very, very, one, unthreatening, and two, just have a laid back and just talk. Like, the thing is, you just have to present yourself accordingly, because like that, the thing is, like, there was a study, and it was saying that the average guy is definitely just not getting, compared to the average woman, the average guy is just not getting as much as attention as they really could be. Like, if you're a guy, in terms of the attraction type of thing, like, it really in your best interest to exert yourself so you can, because you can stand out. Because like, for the thing is, like, being average, like, that's really not gonna get you to the place that you really want to be. It's not gonna get to a place where you want to crush things. You have to put in some sort of different type of effort to try to get a different type of result. Because like I said, average guys are normally just not having as much attraction as they can have. So I mean, it'd be in your best interest to be as far from average as humanly possible. As far from average as humanly possible. Cause like I was reading I was listening to this audio tape, "The Strange Secret" by Earl Nightingale, and he said like he was saying that it's easy to make a living. It's easy to make a living, but he was saying like how far from a living can you get from how far from a living can you get to? Like how much can you be how much can you be so abundant where making a living is you're just above the average line of just normally making a living? Because like I said, if you just have one way of making a living, you're very close to having zero ways of making a living. So I mean, it would be best to try to do different things to try to get a different result, to put in consistent effort at the gym, to work on a side hustle, to maybe try out speaking, try out something that you're passionately good at, and try to monetize yourself. Because I mean, like I said, if you're an average person and if you're an average guy, it's just harder for you to get as much choosing signals as you could be. It's hard for you have to stand out. It will be in your best interest to stand out. And also, like, going out to places and having your best foot forward is how you can get to stand out. Because if you feel very confident in yourself, it's easier for you to carry out conversations with people. It's easier for people to like you if you're confident in yourself. And I mean, confidence takes effort. You have to habitually be doing things that gives you some sort of confidence. You have to stack small wins on top of each other consistently to try to get the result that you want. Because like I said, the average guy is not getting as much choosing signals as they can be. The average guy is bouncing from work to work. The average guy is staying in habitually. The average guy doesn't have a roster. The thing is, like I said, it would be in our best interest to put as much effort into ourselves as humanly possible to try to get a different result. And like I said, I mean, if you're not retaining consistently, if you're not putting good effort in consistently, you're not gonna get the cream of the crop. You're gonna get probably middle to average. You have to exert yourself in a plethora of action to even try to just get something a little bit better than average. So like I said, the average woman and the average man are living in two different worlds. I heard someone say that you have to be, if you're a guy, you have to be rich to qualify for a broke chick. This is what someone said, and this brought news to me, because I just realized that even the guys who have status and things like that, they're probably, because there was this the screenshot on Instagram where a guy was an NBA player who had the blue check. An NBA player who had the blue check was slid into some girl's DMs who didn't have a blue check, and he was put on blast. So I was thinking, like, how could this guy who probably has money status just because he's in the NBA is being put on blast, and he has all the status and he's just better than the average guy. So I was thinking, like, if that is happening, then what are average people going through? What is the average guy going through? Because like I said, the Emerson said the mass majority of men are living lives of quiet desperation, and you might see it in their faces. You might see it in their faces. You might see it the moment they get choosing signals. Their mood changes. Like I said, you would have to put in a plethora of work. You have to almost look insane to try to get a result that's a little bit better than average. yeah, like you just have to go super hard to try to get a better result. And like if you're an average guy and you're not putting in work, then I mean it's just going to be a lot harder for attraction, because like I said, women in general, the higher quality women just have a plethora of options. They have more options than even a higher status guy. So like I said, you would have to put in a lot of effort. And the thing is, like you can get to the point, where you put in a lot of work and you still can get no results. This is the day and age. You can put in so much effort and still get no results. But the thing is, like, success is going from failure to failure without losing any enthusiasm. You have to realize that at some point things will start coming for you. Things will start unfolding. You just have to keep going. Like I said, once you present yourself very precisely, like it'll be just a lot easier for you to get the attraction that you want, because you're presenting yourself in a very good way. And like I said, people talk about being on your purpose, blah blah blah. Yes, being on your purpose is very important, but the thing is, like, for mass majority of men, like, women are not going to come up and start the conversation. They might give you an indication that they want to talk to you, but they're probably not going to start the conversation. So if you're waiting for her to come up to you, even if you're on your purpose, even if you're retaining, that's still probably not going to work as much. You have to put your best, you have to look presentable, you have to be on your purpose, you have to have confidence, and you still have to go approach with no guarantee that anything will happen. This is how a lot of people are living their lives. They're doing everything in their power and they're still not getting the results that you can. So I mean, even that, like, you still have to put in a lot of effort just to get guaranteed of little to no results. And this is how in today's day and age life is. So I mean, you pretty much have to be perfect and still not get guaranteed with any results. So, but like I said, if you keep going and if you try different things and if you try something that works for you, eventually things will be in your favor. And I mean, guys don't really reach their prime until like they're 35. So I mean, a lot of us still have a very long way to go. So it's about just whatever you're doing today is what's going to manifest into your future self. So if you want a different result, then you really have to put in different effort. You might have to be insane. You might have to, even if it's not working, you still have to try, because at some way you will eventually get what you want, but it just takes effort and efficiency. So yeah, like, just keep going. She'll start qualifying yourself once you reach that point, and then you can get what you want. I mean, the thing is, you really, there also has to be some sort of game. Even if you've reached that point where you have a very good head on your shoulders, you still have to mentally seduce her with the words that you're saying. You have to have some sort of swag. And like, yeah, this just goes hand in hand in being a full stack man. The person who can actually achieve this will probably have the better results in life. But a lot of guys, but the thing is, a lot of guys are just not going to get there because they quit when adversity comes. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.